morning, Meridian, and welcome to business. We're here today at BridgeTower Chiropractic, and our guest this morning is Dr. Scott Gibson and his wife, Debbie. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning. How are you doing? Good, thank you.
Sir, how are you doing?
Good.
BridgeTower Chiropractic, great member of commerce. But Dr. Gibson, why did you go into chiropractic?
Well, I grew up in chiropractic. My mom took us to chiropractor when we were 2 old, or ish, and he was 92 years old. And that's a good profession to get into, and he was a dynamic individual, and I really enjoyed the time that he spent with us. So you felt better. I had a semi-accident on a 3-wheeler cycle once winter time, and I walked in the house with my head on my shoulder, and I said, "Mom, can't move." So she took me to Dr. Peterson's day, and I was back out on the 3-wheeler the next day. And I enjoyed that, but he had a lot of good points and great individual.
So some good experience and a good mentor led you down this path. So how long have you been in practice?
We got here in 2006, and thoroughly into the area, learning and getting to know a lot of people here.
Okay. If I remember correctly, you're in the military?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for service.
You're welcome. Just 36 years with the Air National Guard. So.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. Well, what is the goal for your business, your patients? What are you trying to achieve for their sake?
Offer different services, and our main goal is anyone that comes in, we would like them to naturally be able to better. So as he explains what he does practic, it's very different. No twisted popping, no crime. And then we have a few other services that we'll show today, but it's mainly for anyone who'd like to feel. We look for natural ways that we get people do that.
Okay. So,
and especially this time of year.
Yes, everyone's thinking about their health and trying to change habits and things for the year. When we were talking earlier, you do adjustment a little bit different. Can you
Sure.
share a bit on what you do?
So I do is I take the instrument and sort of on the chair there with her face down. We just on the spine. This motion on the tells me what's moving and what's not. High bars and waves represent the bones that aren't moving. So if I were to adjust them, I would pick the higher bars and the higher waves. I'm going to go ahead and scan all the way. And on the machine decides how it's going to do the job. I decide how hard. And this is basically what it sounds like. And when it shuts off, that bone's moving forth. We do a rescan and make sure we made a change. I like to keep the bars pretty much in instead of having a couple that are hanging out in the same foods. If we want to see where we adjust and what it does, I can bring this screen up here. And that would have first neck bone, and your first neck bone, every nerve throughout your body, even into your head, goes to that bone. So if that one's off, many things can be an off problem.
So this machine, this is kind of just that manual where you're grabbing different areas of the body and twisting and manipulating the spine areas. Does this method take more visits, less visits? What do you typically do?
We found less because we're only targeting one segment at a time.
Okay.
In traditional chiropractic, the manual adjustment, you're going to get 2 or 3, maybe 4 go at the same time. And generally, the first one that we mark, those are the ones that are the worst. So quicker.
What's your feedback from your patients this type of treatment?
Counts for 70-75% of our patients that don't want to have their neck twisted and popped.
Okay.
So in a senior citizen, I send about breaking a bone with this, because I've had other patients come in, and one years ago goes down and boy, and they couldn't get his neck to get it thrusted. It broke a bone.
Okay.
Most people actually love this. They just don't know it exists because they've always had the manual.
Chiropractic, it's, laying on a table and getting manipulated and, fearing that crack. That crack you hear. So technology seems to be a part of your practice, things, machines. You've got another machine in the office that you want to share a little bit with us. It's called the Zerona.
Yes, and we love this machine. It's to our office, but not new. The technology's been around for a while. What this is, it's actually, I'm going to just put this so you can see it. It's a cold laser, and the focus on this is to lose fat. I think all of us, after the holidays, have a little bit of fat we're carrying around. Sometimes we try to lose, and we don't know how it's not working. So on this, someone would come in and they would lay on this table. We would sit down, and you can see the red beams. It's a cold laser. Doesn't feel cold. You don't feel anything. It's actually targeting any area you see there. Move these around. Most people, many people, when they come in, they're fat in through here. This can target that area. Lay for 20 minutes. Ice this up. You turn over. I put it down in the right position. Lay for another 20 minutes. So it's a 40-minute procedure. We recommend twice a week for anywhere 6 to 20 visits, depending on the goal of the person that's coming in. But you can lose, there's been research done on this. Average in a 6-session package is about 6 inches. Of course, we're in different areas, the waist, the thigh, hips, the arms, adding all that together. But a typical person would lose 1 inch about a month without the machine. So it can just speed up that process of losing quite a bit of fat if we want.
So the machine do all the work. You were telling me that,
true.
You know, the patient, the person getting treatment has to do some things. So it's not that intrusive.
And this isn't invasive at all, but the things we suggest to people, and we send you home with everything you need, is Epsom salt bath, brushing, drinking half your body weight in water would good go for anyone, whether they're wanting to lose weight or not. So there's some things that you can do that would also help with this process. You don't want to do this process and eat a lot, because that will defeat what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
So.
Well, summer's coming up. Be a great way into that bathing suit.
That's very true. Very true.
Debbie, I also see some other displays in the office.
Yes.
For things like Plus. Can you tell us a little bit about the Plus that you have?
This is a product that we were used to about 15 years ago, around about 20 years. And what I loved about it is I was looking at vitamins for my kids. I've since learned the vitamins you buy in a bottle or man body doesn't have a clue what to do with those. This just food. So it's fruits, vegetables, berries, and plant-based omegas. So take this into your day. You're getting over 30 fruits and vegetables a day, which no one can eat that many. But you're getting the nutrition. And by that I mean all the vitamins come through our food. And so you're getting the vitamins that you need. The exciting part about this is we just found out that as of today, for the first time, going to be advertising it on the Discovery Network. Before, it's been word of mouth and people that offer it, but now it'll be able to anyone.
Yeah. So taking care of yourself, healthy, safe practices, chiropractic seems to be the focus of your business. When we walked in, I also saw an interesting hydroponic system.
This is one more thing that we offer in our office. It is kind of eye catch. People come through the door. This is called a garden, and it comes from the same place, same company that the Juice Plus comes from. And it's just lots of beans. In our office, what we're growing is lettuce, oregano, basil, Swiss chard. You can grow it when it grows abound. This is an indoor unit. It also comes as an outdoor unit. So in the summer, we grow watermelon, tomatoes, peppers, anything that grows above ground. What I love about this is you don't have a green thumb, quite all right. You add minerals. Super easy, very delicious.
Too. These basil and oregano, it smells really so.
Yeah.
Scott, the patients. How would a patient look to seek out for services?
We're on the internet for one, and the telephone. You're in the chamber, so the chamber can link into you, and the number's there too.
And our website is just basically BridgeTowerChiropractic.com. Okay. But we are always open. We give tours. If somebody, it's so different, the dusting is. Some people are a little nervous, wondering what is this. We can set up a time. You can come in and kind of sit in the chair, see how it feels, see how it works. Very simple.
definitely alleviate that concern that someone may have on using those type of services.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
well, thank you so much for having us in today and
Thank you.
letting us learn a little bit more about
Thank you.
BridgeTower Chiropractic and the services that you offer.
Thank you.
No problem.
For upcoming chamber events, we are having the after hours January just on the street from BridgeTower Chiropractic, Gino's Italian Restaurant. It is Thursday, January 19th from 5 to 7. So be sure and come out for that great network event. And then if you're wanting to get your workshop skills started, we have a great workshop coming up on February 1st. Crucial conversations that work. Go to the Meridian Chamber website and register for that workshop put on by your emerging leaders group. Until then, have a great week again. Thank you.